Hi, everybody. Um, Everybody being nobody because nobody's watching it. If anybody happens to wander in, I am just grabbing a link. If I can find it. Okay, why can't I do this? Oh, it's hot out here. Well, that's fun. I don't know where my thing went. Oh, there it is. Okay. Sorry, I'm just looking for a link to my own stream here because I'm going to share it. Ooh, it's freaking warm out here. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. I'm still in my Kingdom Hall getup, so excuse the way I look. Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna get rid of the shirt. Man, that's hot. Okay. All right, give me just a moment, and I will be with y'all here. Okay. Let's see here. I'm trying to think of a mood to put on my status. Yeah. Well, I guess disappointed is a little bit how I feel right now, but also intrigued by the fact. Well, you'll hear about what happened. Sorry I say so much, by the way. I do that. Oh shit. Excuse my language there. I swear a lot in real life. I am not an angel by any means. Let's see. Alrighty then. Back to what I was doing. Let's see. Oh man, it's warm. Let's see if I can. There we go. And let me just squish that a little bit. Okay. Wow. Why didn't that work the way I wanted it to? Okay. Ooh, it's hot. All right, people. So today is meeting day. It's Sunday. Well, it's Watchtower Study Day. The big, long, boring meeting, right? So today I had planned on going and visiting a Kingdom Hall and doing what I do. If you're new to my channel, what I do is go into Kingdom Halls and I pray, sorta. Not the way the Jehovah's Witnesses pray. I just say things that I think are important for people to know, and usually stuff like the points that I most hit on are the shunning, the pedophilia, and the blood doctrine, right? So that's usually what my prayers are about. So I was planning on going in the Kingdom Hall and doing that today, like usual. Not sponsored by Subway at all. And I was like not feeling great right before I went into the Kingdom Hall. Like I felt dizzy and sick to my stomach because like just going into a Kingdom Hall that's enough to, make me feel sick. So miraculously though, as soon as I entered the Kingdom Hall, I felt like totally fine. And then I realized that it was really packed, like really, really packed, more packed than I even on a good day, back in the days where there were lots of witnesses packing the halls. I was like, wow, that's pretty packed. So yeah, I tried to enter the main auditorium where everybody was sitting and everything. The song had already started when I walked in, which was fine by me. I didn't really want to mingle or anything beforehand. And yeah, the doors were shut, and they had dudes, posted all around like that entrance, and like guarding it basically. So I tried to like get in there, and I was like, "Excuse me, I'm trying to find a seat," and they were like, "Oh yeah, we're really full, so we're just asking everybody to stand out here right now." And I was like, "Really? I see like a row of seats right there. I'd be happy to sit in the back. I don't mind." Oh, hi, Karen Green. Yeah. So yeah, they were really packed, but I didn't think that was like, I don't know, something felt weird about that, their excuse. So I kept like pressing like, yeah, but I see seats right there, and they're like, no, we're really, really packed. And eventually they said, we want to control who's going in and out of there. That's literally what they said. And I was like, why? Why are you controlling who goes in and out? Am I not welcome at inside the meeting? Or, I mean, I want to sit down. And they were like, well, we can find a seat for you. And I pointed at the back room, the room where everybody goes if they're getting scolded or whatever. And they're like, yeah, there's a seat for you right there. And I was like, no thanks, I'm good. And I noticed that they were like kind of all staring at me a little bit. And I was like, well, damn, I hope they don't like already recognize me. That would suck. So yeah, went ahead and tried again. Like, oh, can I please sit down? Maybe. Like, I see seats in the back. I think, and they were like, did you come with anybody? Do you know somebody that's in there that you're sitting with or whatever? And I was like, no. And then I was like, but I think I see somebody I recognize. And I mean, I did truthfully see a few people I thought I recognized, but yeah. But I went on and I described a sister, just a very vague description of, oh, there she is. She's toward the front. And she's sitting toward the front, and she's got long black curly hair, I said. Yeah, I know. Hi, black sheep. Yeah. So the nice freaking bodyguard looking witnesses, they, I guess, went in search of the sister that I was describing, because I was really vague about it. I was like, yeah, I don't remember her name. They were like shooting off names to me, like, was it sister so-and-so? And I was like, yeah, I don't remember her name. It's been years, but I thought I recognized her. And so meanwhile, I'm looking around and like just chilling, and the prayer happens, and I'm like dead set on like, even if I have to interrupt like them reading something or giving a talk, I'm going to say what I have to say anyway, right? Like, that's not my usual format, but I'll do it. We'll work with it. So I turn around, I'm looking around, and I see people pointing and whispering at me. And I'm like, why are they looking at me like that? Then I turn back around, and there's this lady standing in front of me with all the elders, right? And they're like, is this her? And I was like, what? Like, it was so surreal. That moment was just like completely surreal. It was like, they seriously went and fetched a random sister and brought her to me to, I guess, confirm my identity or, whatever, vouch for me or something. And I was just like, no, I don't, that's not her. I don't recognize her. She's toward I was like, she's toward the front. Like, at this point I was just like BSing with them. Cause I was pretty sure they knew I was not there to, take in a nice Sunday meeting. I mean, I wasn't there to do anything really bad. It's not like I was there to kick their, podium over or like start stripping in front of everybody or anything like that. That's not what I was there for. I was just there to do the same thing they do every morning on Saturdays, or every Saturday morning, or even sometimes during the week or whatever, to random people going to their freaking houses. This is kind of the same thing. I'm going to their house and talking to them, sharing the good news, sharing the bad news. So yeah, they brought me a sister. I told them that wasn't her. They sent her away. And then that's when I noticed they were definitely pointing at me for sure. Like, they were very obviously pointing at me, the elders that were behind me. And one of them, excuse me, one of them actually came up to me finally. And he was like, excuse me, yes, excuse me. Can I talk to you for just a moment? Yes. And I was like, okay. And yeah, I knew it was going to happen at this point. So I was like, oh, well, shit. Yeah, I tried. But yeah, they led me outside. I thought they were going to lead me to the back room at first. And I was like, oh, God, I don't want to go in the back room. But then, yeah, they ended up leading me outside, like right outside the front door. And yeah, they were like, first thing out of their mouths, your invitation has been revoked. And I was like, what? At this Kingdom Hall? Why? And the guy looks me dead in the eye and he's like, oh, I think you know why. And I was like, oh, you're familiar with my work. And he was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, that's fun. So yeah, I wasted no time after that. And I immediately, I was like, well, I was just wondering then, since, we're outside now, would it be all right if I spoke to a few elders or whatever? And they were like, yeah, go ahead. There's 3 of us right here. And we introduced ourselves, and yeah, and I tried talking to them, but as soon as I mentioned the 3 things that I wanted to cover, the pedophilia, the shunning, and the and the blood doctrine, and I even brought up my mom and everything, as soon as I did that, boom, they shut down, and they were like, yeah, we don't really have time for this because we have a meeting. Oh, I forgot to mention, the reason that it was so packed is because their circuit overseer was visiting. So yeah, I heard that in the prayer, and when I heard it, I was like, oh shit. Yeah, I guess I came on the wrong day. But yeah, so I tried talking to them. They had been shut down, and they were actually asking me if I was recording them. So that tells me that they must be watching my videos, or must be at least aware of my videos, if they're asking me if I'm recording them. When he asked me, do you have any recording devices on you right now? I was like, yeah, actually I have several. And I started digging around in my purse, like I basically had a purse full of freaking cameras and microphones or something. I mostly did that just to screw with them a little bit, like just to make them feel nervous. But I wasn't trying to be mean. Like, it was a joking kind of thing. Like, yeah, I have several. But I really just meant my phone. That's technically a recording device. I mean, it takes video and whatever the heck. So anyway, then he was like, well, I don't want to be recorded, and I don't consent to being recorded. And I'm like, that's when I told him that the law here is that, yeah, we are the warning label. Yeah, so the law here is that you only need one party's consent. So, I mean, I give myself consent to record me. So I informed him about that, and he was like, well, I just wanted that noted. And I'm like, well, sorry, dude. The law says I can record. And yeah, I think that really pissed him off, because at that point he like super shut down. Like, the other 2 elders went inside, and he was just like, getting pissed off at me for recording. And he was ignoring basically everything I was saying about my mother and about the pedophile stuff. And I was telling him I really want to talk to elders and get some answers. And he was like, well, you can set up a meeting on our website, or if you go on our website. Like, every other answer was our website, our website, our website. It was either that or he stonewalled me and he just had his arms folded and he looked straight ahead. And I was like trying to like reach out to him too. I mean, I was like, sir, does none of this touch your heart or anything? I mean, doesn't any of this hurt you? it's going to hurt me like forever. I mean, it's something I have to live with. And I even told them that my mother had her death anniversary just passed yesterday. It's been 13 years. And I showed them a picture of her and everything. So yeah, that was fun. Not really. But yeah, they weren't very nice, especially the biggest elder. He was like really not nice. His name was Danny. Funny, he actually had the same name as one of my uncles. But yeah, it was not as productive as I was hoping because, well, I didn't even get past the auditorium. And also, I was planning on going on stage this time instead of, standing in the center of the Kingdom Hall like I have been. I figured that would get more people to at least look in shock, if nothing else, so that they would kind of pay attention. And they're trained to look forward anyway, so, at least I would be right there. Yeah, that was, they called the cops on me too, just because I was talking to them. And, they asked me to leave, which I said, yeah, I'm going to leave. But they agreed to have a conversation with me in the beginning. They were open to it. They were like, yeah, we'll answer your questions. We're elders right here, blah, blah, blah. I mean, even knowing that I had previously gone to other kingdom halls and stuff like that, they were still okay with having a conversation with me initially. But then after that, the oldest elder, he was like, ma'am, I'm trying to go and get my spiritual refreshment. So I'm just going to leave right now. You have a good day, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And I was like, well, okay. I was like, whatever. So yeah, I was just left with that one elder trying to talk to him. And I was like, I wasn't afraid of him calling the cops or anything. I was like, I mean, you're wasting the cops' time. They're just going to come over here and tell me to leave, which I will. But I mean, they could be like, I don't know, out catching pedophiles or something more important than a lady that's talking to people at the Kingdom Hall and asking questions. So yeah, that sucked. They recognized me. They must be watching my stuff or have heard of me or something. And I'm very shocked and kind of disappointed that happened so soon. Like, I was hoping I would get in a few more Kingdom Halls before that happened. But that is not the case, unfortunately. So I'm going to have to change up my method. Although I will probably visit one more Kingdom Hall before I quit Kingdom Halls temporarily. And I say temporarily because I'm going to take a break so that I guess they stop being so paranoid about me. I'm going to take a break from Kingdom Halls, and I'm going to be focusing more on carts after I do this one last Kingdom Hall that I'm going to do for a little bit. And yeah, I forgot to mention, the reason that I'm telling you this story instead of showing you the video, which I would much rather do, is because my stupid camera had a little malfunction with the SD card. The SD card somehow got corrupted, and like nothing could write to the actual SD card. So that sucked. That happened like literally on the way to the Kingdom Hall too. So I was like, oh, come on, not now. I tried to record anyway, and I thought maybe it would work, but it did not, which sucked. But I will fix that, and that will be taken care of for next time. Yeah, I'm not done with these guys. Like, I mean, they want me to be, I'm sure, but I'm not done with them yet. Like, I have the time, and I have the stomach for it. Well, kind of have the stomach for it. So I'm going to do it since I can. I got nothing to lose. My family, as you may have seen in other videos, has already disowned me. So no reason for me to be afraid of that. If anybody wants to come and hang out with me at a Kingdom Hall sometime, you're more than welcome to, if you're local, or if you happen to be visiting from out of town. You're more than welcome to join me. But, oh man. Yeah, so that was a slight bust. Could have been really awesome, especially if I had managed to get on stage while the CO was there. Ooh. Oh man, I'm sure that's mostly why they had the extra security, not necessarily because of me. Although they probably will start having extra security because of me and others like me. Hi, Zeb. Oh yeah, Zeb was supposed to do. He was supposed to do a Kingdom Hall today too. Unfortunately, where he is, he doesn't have access to his car right now, and also did not have access to like a rideshare service or Uber or anything. So he couldn't do it, not this time. But he's got plans for next time. I actually gave him an idea. Maybe he'll do it. Maybe he won't. We'll see. Yeah. So that sucked. Kingdom Hall was packed, though. It really was packed. There was an empty row of seats at the very back. I just, I guess I wasn't good enough to get a seat. I guess these days they're checking people at the door for apostasy. That's going to be a very unfriendly kind of unfriendly atmosphere, don't you think? For their, because usually they love bomb newcomers, especially strangers that like, oh, you came by yourself. Oh, that's so great. I'm so glad you're interested in. Yeah. Since that's usually their MO, like it's going to be kind of unfriendly, when somebody that might actually be interested comes in and they're completely new and they're fucking like, are you an apostate? Do you have any recording devices on you? Are you sure? It's like, okay, Scientology, you need to calm down. Oh, I am going to try to keep the videos coming, Black Sheep, as much as I can. Whatever type of videos I make, they're not all obviously going to be Kingdom Halls because I've freaking been outed now. Apparently, my likeness is probably circulating among the elders here. But yeah, so that was good. Good day. Good day. Could have been better. Would have been really nice if I got some of the lovely responses from the elders on video. Like at one point, an elder was telling me, the mean elder was telling me, what did he say? Oh, I was telling him why I was recording because he was saying, well, I don't like that you're recording. I mean, that he was trying to say that that's like basically a way to see that I'm not really a genuine person and I'm just there to be a jerk or something. It's like, well, you're recording. So I'm like, well, actually I'm recording to protect myself, so that nobody can say that I said or did anything that I didn't do or say. It's just for protection. And he was like, well, you should protect yourself and leave like we asked you to. And I was like, I'm sorry, what? That kind of sounded like a threat. Was that a threat? And he was like, what? No. He was like, yeah, they, he's like, yeah, no, that wasn't a threat. I wasn't trying to threaten you or scare you or anything. Like, I was like, yeah, well, it kind of, the way that you said it sounded a little bit threatening. Because it sort of sounded like you were saying that something bad was going to happen to me if I didn't leave. So, yeah. And I was like, nothing should happen to me, but yeah. So they're getting pissed off. I don't think they like me very much. I hope more people start doing this, though, so that way they won't be able to, just look out for one single person. It's going to start being a whole bunch of people. And, they're going to be like, oh, shit, how do we keep people, like, under control? You can't control people that easily. I mean, if you're trying to be a public meeting, right, if you're trying to hold a public meeting where people are supposedly all welcome, right? Implied invitation anyway. Right, so it's not going to be too friendly, guys. You guys, Jehovah's Witnesses out there, by the way, I know that you're watching me. I know you are because you leave nice comments on my videos. Not only that, but you dislike my videos, which is fine. I am totally cool with that. Interact with my videos however you see fit. But just know that basically puts it out there, that you're freaking watching apostate stuff. So good job. I mean, that's That's the only conclusion I can come to, is that you're watching apostate stuff. So, I mean, either you have doubts and you know that the stuff I'm saying is true, or you're like raving and delusional probably, or I don't know, maybe you're stuck like some of my family members are, stuck in it because you're afraid to lose your family. And so you're defending it with like your dying breath. Well, I don't know, but just keep talking to me, keep watching my videos. I know some of you are subscribed to me too, because some of you comment on like every single video, which tells me that either you're subscribed or you're specifically searching for my stuff like every day, which is kind of weird. But hey, I mean, it's not weird if you're interested in hearing what I have to say. It's kind of weird if you're just there to watch it and scowl at it and be like, oh, those awful apostate people. Look at what they're doing. Like, pretty sure they don't want you to do that. Like, I remember being at meetings and them being like, don't listen to apostates, don't even talk to them or anything like that. And so I would imagine watching their videos is probably off the table as well. Anyway, so yeah, in the future, I, like, since they know me now, I plan on, if I end up getting blocked at the door, like I did this time, having a sign ready to just go out and hang out by the Kingdom Hall when the meeting lets out and let them read what's on the sign. I know, that's like old school protesting, but hey, I mean, it got some stuff accomplished, right? So maybe going old school is what's needed sometimes. And yeah, I will be recording that. If I do that, I'll at least get a little bit of footage of the witnesses coming out and seeing the sign so that you can see their reactions to things like that. I'm sure most of them are just going to scowl and like immediately look away, which is, yeah, that's par for the course for a witness. So not surprising. If there's, if you have any suggestions for things that maybe I should try, or if you have like a suggestion for me getting in the, if you have a suggestion for me, like trying to get into the Kingdom Hall without being, I guess, noticed so easily, please, by all means, let me know, because that's really helpful. I've had a lot of really great tips from some of you out there who have been watching me and got in touch with me about, you know, things, not only just things to do, but things to say, issues I can bring up, scriptures to bring up, things like that. It's really, really good stuff. But yeah, oh man, I wish I had gotten it on video, how freaking loving they are, now that somebody mentions it. Black Sheep. Yeah, it was awful this time. Like, I was talking to this dude and it was like talking to a wall. He just kept shaking his head at me and like shaking his head and looking straight ahead while I'm pleading with him about, you know, my mother and how she died 13 years ago and how this affects me even to this day. And, you know, what do you think about this, sir? You know, and he keeps telling me, go to the website. And I'm like, I want to talk to a flesh and blood human being with feelings and, you know, who can understand circumstances and things like that. I mean, like you, because you're here right now. And he's like, well, I don't want to discuss any of this. I'm like, that's the problem, sir. Nobody ever wants to discuss any of this stuff. They told me to call them and arrange a meeting. I'm not sure if I mentioned that already. I probably did. But they told me to call them and arrange a meeting with the elders, and I can talk to them. So, I mean, even though they called the cops on me. Yeah, so I'm actually going to follow through with that. I'm going to give them a call and see if maybe they'll set up a meeting with me. I'll be straight up with them too. I'll be like, hi, I'm that girl that you kicked out of the Kingdom Hall on Sunday. Yeah. I was just wondering if I could get that meeting that we talked about. When could we do that? I'm totally free this week, so let's do it. And if they say no, then I guess that means that they lied to me. But I hope they say yes, because I'd really like to talk to them. I doubt they'd let me record, but I would probably still try anyway. They are a bowl full of cherries, those freaking Jehovah's Witnesses. And yeah, don't worry, I'll be careful. I am not going to get arrested or anything. I mean, I haven't done anything. I haven't done anything that should get me arrested. In fact, I was questioning why they were calling the cops. I was like, why are you calling the cops? I'm not like doing anything bad. I'm not hurting you. I'm tiny compared to you. Like, I'm only 5'4". I don't know how tall I look in videos, but I am not tall. I am short. I am a freaking Amanda McNugget. Like, I'm tiny. So yeah, calling the cops on me is kind of weird. I mean, it's always the big ones too. The last elder that called the cops on me was the older, bigger, rough and tough elder who actually grabbed me on my arm. The one that I told not to grab me. Yeah, he's the one that called the cops on me, of all people. And in this last Kingdom Hall, the giant of the 3 elders that I was talking to freaking called the cops on me. I'm like, and like I was having a conversation with the other 2 and him, I thought, but then he just whips out his cell phone. And he's like, boop, 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 boop. And I was like, okay, fucker. I see that's, you just want to call the cops on people. Okay, whatever, man, go ahead. I was even giving him my description. He was like, oh yeah, she's Hispanic. Yeah, I was like, yes, I am Hispanic. Fortunately for him, because if not, that would have been like just really awkward. Like, no, I'm not Hispanic, sir, I'm black. But yeah, no, they're like, she's Hispanic, and I'm like, yes, I'm Hispanic. I'm 5'4". I'm wearing boots and a dress. Yeah, just ridiculous. I'm calling the cops on me for what? For going in there, asking questions, possibly telling the truth to a bunch of people who were not expecting to hear it that day. Yeah, what a crime. I asked him, why are you calling the cops on me, a tiny woman, for talking to you, for the crime of talking to you? But you guys won't call the cops on pedophiles, or you guys won't you won't turn them in. Why would you not? Like, the logic is just not there. I'm stuttering because it's just so maddening. Like, that me? You're going to call the cops on me, but not whoever's molesting all the kids in your congregation? Okay, thanks. I mean, it makes you feel really shitty about yourself, like, in a way. Like, you're just like, ooh, I'm worse than a pedophile? I deserve to have the cops called on me? Thanks. That's good. Appreciate that. Ugh. So yeah, there's that. I also want to start a challenge, and I mean, might make a video about that separately, but I guess I'll just mention it here because I'll probably make that video in like the next 2 days. It's going to be the cart dance challenge. It's going to be a nice positive form of activism that anybody can participate in. All you have to do is you and an accomplice go out, find a witness cart, and just dance in front of it, and then go home and put it to some music, or send it to me and I'll help you put it to some music, or put some music to it. And yeah, and upload it and just freaking kill them with kindness, you know? And then maybe some of those people who end up dancing will get asked some questions, like, why are you dancing? Why are you doing that? And then maybe that'll strike up a conversation. You never know. And maybe we'll catch some witnesses dancing on camera too. That would be fun. I doubt that, though. When I danced in front of the witnesses, in front of the witness cart, they just stood there like statues. I was like, okay, well, I'll just be awkward and dance by myself then. So yeah, that was fun. It was funny. They asked me if I had my own Bible and songbook, and I said, oh yeah, absolutely. And I pulled out my Bible. But songbook, though, that was weird, because like they had the, I don't know if any of you go to the meetings recently or have gone to the meetings recently, but they have projector screens on either side of the hall, and that's how they have like the lyrics to all the JW songs up there during the song. So nobody needs to use their songbook. So I thought that was weird that he asked me if I had a songbook. I was like, what? I was like, yeah, I have a Bible. That's my mom. This is the picture that I always take with me when I go and do the hall thing. I plan on taking it with me when I do carts as well. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see, but yeah, she was really young. She was only 32 when she died. Yep. Got married young too. And that was because of the elders. The elders wanted my mom not to commit fornication. So they were like, yeah, go ahead and marry the 20-something-year-old dude, 14-year-old girl. And my grandmother signed for it, so that's good. Oh, thank you. Yes, my mom is very lovely. She was very lovely. Hi. Oh man, is that Evie? Oh my goodness, it is. Yeah, I've been trying to contact you on Facebook. But yeah, hi. It's nice to see you. So yeah, that unfortunately that video did not go so well. So there won't be any video footage of that. In fact, I even had my backup, my fail-safe was I had a friend come with me to that Kingdom Hall. It was his Kingdom Hall before. And he was supposed to record everything happening. So, just in case as a fail-safe, or so we could have an additional angle to add to it or something, so you could see different faces and stuff. But that did not work out because I don't know, he must have had some kind of issue with his camera, because I saw bits of the video and it was just really, and nothing really happened inside the Kingdom Hall, except that they brought me a random sister to confirm my identity or whatever. But yeah, nothing else happened, so he didn't really get anything on camera. And he certainly didn't stick around for my conversation with the elders after. So, unfortunately, both of my freaking videos not happening. I am going to try either tomorrow or on Tuesday to go out and find a cart, and maybe I'll do my challenge, or maybe I'll just talk to some witnesses. It depends. I'll probably just talk to them, because I do want to ask them some questions. I always wonder about the pioneers. Like, I wonder if they're all super indoctrinated, or if some of them are pioneers but they're awake, but they're pioneering because they kind of freaking have to, and just basically to keep their family and stuff like that. So hopefully that will be a thing. Also, to anybody who has been criticizing me for being too polite to the witnesses, well, I look forward to your video where you are getting hauled off by the cops for swearing at them and whatever bad things you want to do to them. I'm not trying to swear at them or be mean to them. Being mean to them isn't really going to help my message get across more effectively. And I know there can be an argument made for me, disrupting their meeting, and how that's not really an effective way to get my argument across. But I'm trying to keep it balanced, a little bit in your face, but I don't have to be an asshole about it, I can still be polite and still be a decent human being and treat people with respect, even if they don't deserve respect, even if they're treating me the way that they've been treating me. Yay. So, man, it's hard, but really, it's better than getting arrested, and they tend to listen more if you treat them respectfully, even if it's just so that they can spit back out those indoctrinated one-liners at you. Well, we believe what the Bible teaches, but at least they're hearing you. At least they're not shutting you out. At least they treat you like a human being, sort of, temporarily, until you start asking the really hard crap that they don't like hearing. But yeah, carts, cart dance challenge, that's happening. I want to get people together locally, so that we can I don't know, do some more stuff. I mean, like, I want to do a whole bunch of stuff. Any kind of activism that I can get my hands on, I basically want to do it. So yeah, anybody local in San Antonio, hit me up. You can contact me on Facebook. I have a page on Facebook called The One Bun. It's for my YouTube channel. Or you can contact me here through YouTube. I'm sure there's a way to message me. Or, you know, leave a comment and some way to get in contact with you. My friend's kid, he's being funny. If you just want to give me some advice or whatever, I'm fine with that too. By all means, leave me some advice in the comments or contact me or whatever. I'm usually pretty good about responding to messages and comments and stuff that are like questions or people that want to contact me or something like that. If you just want to leave some hate and you're really angry that I'm doing what I'm doing, then by all means, sound off. Let me know how much you dislike what I'm doing. What? It's okay. It's your right to say that. By all means. If you don't like what I'm doing, say you don't like what I'm doing and that I suck. If you don't like how I'm doing it, well, say that I suck, but also put some action behind that, man. Like, get up and go out and do something your way. You know, show me how it's done. That way, you know, you can point at that and say, look, that's how you should be doing that. Like, instead of just, you know, yelling at me and telling me I'm too nice to people. I don't think there's anything wrong with being nice anyway. But yeah. Also, geez, I had it. Oh, thank you, Evie. Yeah, judgmental people do suck. Give myself credit for what? Going into a Kingdom Hall and blurting out a bunch of stuff that's really terrible that people ignore, I guess. I keep saying people don't know about it. Maybe a lot of them don't know about it, but I'm guessing that most witnesses do know this stuff and they just like cognitive dissonance that shit away or like sweep it under their little rug and like, oh, well, I'm just going to ignore that. And that's not a thing that I am going to focus on at all. Yay, witnesses. Let's see here. What else? I also want to do some, let's see here, some like flyers. That would be fun. I want to go downtown after the witnesses, I guess, have had enough of me talking to them. I'm thinking probably just going to have a sign where I stand there next to them and just like kind of counter their witnessing a little bit. It is so hot out here though, so cart witnessing is going to suck. Man, I want to do more though. There's going to be more, like cart witnessing. I'm still going to do hauls. I'm not going to quit. I'm just going to take a break after the next one that I do. And the next one is going to be a little harder probably because they are expecting me now. But if that happens, whatever, I'll still film it because I do want them. I want people to see how they treat people that have a dissenting view. Especially when they say that they're, you know, open to discussion and they welcome outsiders and all this crap. You know, I want people to see that they immediately turn on a dime once they realize you're there to discuss something that they don't want to discuss. Yeah. Oh, I'm wearing my mom's jewelry. I wear her jewelry when I go do the Kingdom Halls because it's just kind of like a little nod to her, I guess. I mean, forget the fact that I'm waving her picture at everybody, but I'm also wearing her jewelry. Oh, but yeah, it was quite a day today. Quite a day. Did not go the way I planned. Really disappointed that I didn't at least get video, even though I didn't get to say my prayer. I'm a little annoyed that Kingdom Halls have auditoriums that have doors on them. Like that's irritating. I'm so sad I didn't get them on video saying that they saying that they're trying to control who's in there and whatnot, because that's like so creepy sounding. Like, oh, we're trying to control who's in there. Like, it's a public meeting. That's like, ugh, I don't know. Everything about the witness is kind of creepy though. And brazen conduct says, you are really helping people. Please know that. I hope so. Otherwise, what I'm doing is for nothing, and it's just pissing people off, which I that's not what I want to do. That's not my aim here. I want to help people. I want to nudge them in the right direction to wake up, or at least, question things, or try to prove me wrong. Like, because probably, well, I doubt they could. I mean, without some extreme mental gymnastics. But yeah, definitely not welcome in that hall anymore. They didn't say I wasn't welcome at all halls, so we'll see how that goes. I kind of want to get, like I said, I want some local people to help me, because I think this would go better if a couple of my methods would go better if I had somebody with me. Everybody's just so afraid to do it, though. A friend of mine wants to do carts with me, so that should be interesting. I'm super upset about the memory card thing happening. I'm hoping that I can resolve that soon. If not, I'll have to just buy a new memory card. The pen itself works, the cam, but the memory card does not. So that sucks. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I just wanted to talk about that and what happened, and how disappointed I am. I didn't get video, and they were really, they just stood around like statues again, except I think, like I said, they were meaner this time. And yeah, they were trying to, they recognized me, and I knew it as soon as I was in there. Like, I could feel it. They were all just like staring at me, like sizing me up, like, oh, that's her. That's the girl that keeps going to the Kingdom Hall. Yeah. Oh man, I knew my goose was cooked. I was like, oh crap. They know it's me. I thought it was funny though, when I was asking them why my invitation was revoked, and he looked me in the eye and he was like, oh, well, I think you know why. And I was like, oh, so you're familiar with my work. Oh man, I should have mentioned that he shouldn't be watching my videos to his face, because he shouldn't have been watching my videos. Not if he's an elder. Shame on him. So yeah, I'm going to try to get that meeting with the elders. I hope it happens. That's the plan. If not, I'm at least going to try to get the phone call, because I want to hear everybody to hear the discussion that I have with them over the phone leading up to that, if it does actually end up happening. If it doesn't end up happening, I'll at least have the discussion leading up to why it didn't happen. They'll probably hang up on me like, oh, you're that crazy apostate girl who comes to Kingdom Halls and yells at people. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're not going to meet with you. You're not allowed at this Kingdom Hall. So I'll see if they can come to my house. If not, whatever. And I am going to go to their website and put in a request. Like, if you saw my second Kingdom Hall video, they told me that I could go to the website and request a visit from the elders, from Jehovah's Witnesses. It doesn't say elders, but they said I could put a specific request in there. Instead of approaching cart people, set up next to them and give handouts to the public. They will not listen, but the public will. Yeah, that's true. That's what I was thinking. Like, I do still want to try to talk to the cart people a little bit at first, just to try to approach them on a human level. And once they know me and recognize me and won't talk to me anymore, that's when I'm gonna go ahead and start addressing the public more, because at that point it's not gonna matter. Like, my cover will be blown. They'll know I'm freaking out here opposing them or whatever. I'm not an apostate technically, and I know I keep mentioning this. I don't mind people calling me that, actually. I would proudly wear the label. It's just that I'm technically not. So I kind of feel like a phony when people call me an apostate because I was never baptized. I was just an unbaptized publisher. That's as far as I got. I bailed right before the questions. Elder wife gossip at its finest. Oh, yeah. I bet. Oh, man. Especially if they're out there at the carts all day. Got nothing better to do. Oh, yeah, they probably do have my photo. I'm sure they do because they recognized me. They were very sure it was me. Like, plus, as somebody pointed out in my last video, my second Kingdom Hall video, there was a security camera right in the area where we were standing talking. So they probably have plenty of footage of my face. So, I'm not worried about that. I didn't do anything wrong. I mean, I have footage of them too. I have the exact footage of everything that happened. Nothing bad happened from my end. From their end, yes. I got grabbed. It did leave a little bruise on me. But that went away in a few days. And as you saw in the video, I forgave them. You know, I didn't make a big deal out of it or anything. So, I mean, because that's not what I was there for. And they even accuse people of that in their elders letter, the one where they talk about how to deal with people like me. They accuse people of going in there and like trying to get you to assault them, or batter them so that they can charge you with something. You know, they think that we want to trump up charges. Like, okay, no, I'm not in there to get violent or anything. I'm just in there to share a message. That's it. But they think that about us. They think that about me, that I'm just some evil person who wants bad things to happen to Jehovah's Witnesses or something. And so I just want to sue them or something, just to humiliate them, or maybe suck some money out of the governing body's freaking gasoline tank. Ugh. Man. Did anybody watch the new JW broadcasting crap? Like, that thing was horrid. Horrid. Oh, well, they're passing my photo around beforehand to all the cart people. That's fine. I mean, I've never actually approached a cart person yet. So, but even if they won't talk to me, I can still do the thing that I wanted to do, which is dance in front of them. They can't really stop me from doing that, especially not in a public space. I would love to see them try, and it'd be kind of weird to get so pissed off at somebody for dancing. Now, I can understand why people would be pissed off about people trying to lure people into a child abuser protecting cult. And yeah, I've been talking to Zeb a lot about all of this kind of stuff that I've been doing ever since my first Kingdom Hall. I messaged him beforehand and asked him for help on what I should do and how I should handle things. So yeah, he told me about what they did. That they actually recognized him and stopped him at one of the Kingdom Halls too. And that sucked. He said he felt bad. Informant, nice name, says something like, these are the things the JW org does not put on their site. Why is that you suppose? Oh, yeah. Why don't you talk about how you hide pedophiles and stuff on your website? Yeah, why don't you talk about how you shun people? They legit say they don't shun. I'm pretty sure they find some way to, if I remember correctly, they found some way to like kind of mentally gymnastics themselves around the whole shunning thing. Like, yeah, we don't shun. We don't really associate with people that are not like us. Freaking robotic, soulless, stone-eyed creatures. No, actually, not all witnesses are horrible. There are a lot of really nice ones. That's what sucks, actually, is that there are a lot. Please, I gave you a suggestion for your road work. Yeah, I read the suggestion. It's a good one. Asking them why they hide certain stuff from their website. I mean, yeah, why do you have a simplified version for people at the door of your magazines? Why don't you like want people to know the real meaty stuff about what you teach right at the door? Why are you afraid that that might maybe turn them off a little bit? Probably. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to turn them off. They're not going to like that crap. Yeah, and they have a lot of teachings that are not even Christian. Like other religions don't like follow those teachings. Oh, somebody is saying they sent me another suggestion. Oh yeah, what they won't tell you. Oh, my Facebook is the one bun. You'll see a picture of me on my toilet. That's my avatar. It's a joke from one of my videos. Let me see here. I'm trying to scroll up and find that dude's or chick's comment. I don't know if you are male or female. Let me see here. Oh, here we go. Hello, Bun. I went back to the start of your stream to hear everything. My suggestion is to set up a laptop too, if you have access, and upload the Royal Commission hearings, especially with the governing body testimony. Yes, actually, that is something I was planning on doing. Allow the public to get a closer look and explain to them what they are witnessing. Yeah. That's it. And yeah, that printable handout sounds like a great idea too. But yeah, the Royal Commission thing, that is something I was planning on doing, actually. I was planning on basically going into the Kingdom Hall, if I can actually get in now, going into the Kingdom Hall, taking my laptop or like a tablet or even my phone if I have to, but with some kind of amplifier or like a little tiny portable speaker. And I was going to play clips from the Australian Royal Commission, plus clips from talks, that stuff that's kind of overlooked by the witnesses, especially the Australian Royal Commission clips. Like, I want them to hear Jeffrey Jackson saying stuff. So, I mean, they might not listen, or they might not even know they should know who Jeffrey Jackson is, but they might not recognize that as being his voice, but they can look at the screen and see his freaking face and his gums flapping and saying that stuff. So yeah, I'm thinking playing clips from the commission where they're talking about stuff that can, like, and I'll play or I'll have another screen or something, or a little printout or something showing like the discrepancies between what they're saying in the Australian Royal Commission testimony versus their own literature or even their website, and things that they've said in the past to the public, or even to the rank and file, like at their conventions and stuff. I'm thinking that could be good. It's funny because other activists kind of use that same approach. They'll play laptops, or they'll have laptops of footage playing of stuff that's true, that I guess people, that people don't want to know about, or that they don't know about, or maybe they can't face it. But it's kind of hard to ignore when it's like right in front of you, So yeah, playing clips from that would be awesome. Oh, by the way, excuse my horrendous hair. I live in Texas and it's hotter than hell out here. And yeah, this isn't how I went to the meeting, by the way. I wouldn't be able to wear a freaking camera like that. I wore this over it. It's just a shirt. It was all buttoned up. Oh, I swear to God, I smell a rotting dead animal out here. Something died out here. Whew. Yeah, I saw the video where they hacked the sound system. I wish I could do something like that. I mean, I could. It's just that I would need people to give me, access and shit to the various kingdom halls. I don't have those phone numbers, or I don't know if they use codes or whatever. I remember when I was actually either really sick or I had just had surgery or something, and I was going to miss a few meetings. I actually asked them at the Kingdom Hall if there was any way I could call in instead of actually missing the meeting, because I was trying to be a goody two shoes or whatever. And yeah, I remember them giving me a really hard time about it, and like, oh, well, we don't really like to give that out to just anybody and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, it's really for people that are like dying of cancer and stuff. And I'm like, wow, really? Okay. So they were basically telling me, you know, if you miss the meeting, no, that's on you. But I mean, we're not going to help. We're not going to cooperate with you that you know, even though you want to still hear the meeting. Like, if you miss the meeting, that's on you though. But you really shouldn't. Basically pressuring me to go to the meeting, even though I was still sick or recovering or whatever. So that sucked. So yeah, that's why I'm worried I would have like a hard time doing something like hacking the sound system. Because I would need to gain access in the first place. And I feel like they don't just hand that number out. Let's see here. A tablet or your phone, you could say, these JWs here do not have these hearings on their site, and they cannot explain why. Here, let me show you. Yeah, see, that's the kind of stuff that I plan on saying to them. You know, just asking, like, well, what's up with this, man? Like, why isn't none of this stuff on your website? I mean, I heard your lovely talk about how you know, basically say that, yeah, there's a pedophile problem, but it's not our fault. I also want to ask them about the 1975 whitewash crap. I want to talk to them about that. I don't think I will be able to talk to CART witnesses too much before they stop talking to me, or before they start recognizing me there too. They might already, like Evie was saying, already recognize me, because apparently they pass around your picture to all the CART witnesses. Oh man, that means my grandma probably knows. She does CART witnessing. She's a pioneer. So yeah, she probably already heard about me, and I'm probably like the ultimate shame of the family now. I mean, I kind of was already. I mean, even though, ironically enough, I'm the only one in the family who hasn't been to jail or anything like that. But yeah, I'm the shame of the family. You have everything about the Russian ban, but nothing about these hearings with your governing body testifying. Once they know you are an apostate, they shut down. Yeah, I know that. That's why that's the one thing that I always tell them when I'm talking to them, is that I'm not an apostate. I mean, according to their own rules, I'm not. And I mean, like in the second Kingdom Hall video I did, that brother, one of the brothers was like, yeah, well, you just said you're not technically an apostate. Like saying, well, yeah, you pretty much are an apostate. I mean, I guess he's kind of right. Yeah. I mean, like, I was raised in the organization. I'm fourth generation born in. So, I mean, I know the religion. I know the beliefs, and I was this close to getting baptized too. So, yeah, I can understand, I guess, why they treat me like I was baptized and left, but I still wasn't. So technically not an apostate. So they can technically talk to me, right? I know they don't like to, though. They really don't. They don't like talking about any of the stuff that I mentioned, and they are very hesitant to have a conversation like that with anybody that even deals with apostate crap. Oops. I'll see you in a bit. Yeah. But yeah, they don't like having conversations about that crap because it is apostate territory, even if you're not technically talking to an apostate. So yeah. But yeah, by their definition, like Black Sheep says, by their definition, I'm not an apostate, not really. Inform Ant says, I tell them I have family in, but I grew up and chose my own path. Yeah, they don't like that either. If you grew up in the witnesses, you're basically a witness to them. That's how they view it. It's annoying, but that's why I make a point of clarifying that in my videos, because I'm so that means you can talk to me. That's my way of telling them you can talk to me. You don't have to shun me because I'm not an apostate. At worst, I'm an opposer, but I'm like hardly. I'm not really opposed, I guess, to them believing whatever the hell they want to believe. They can believe whatever they like. That's fine with me. Just don't enforce it on people. Don't, try to control people with it. Don't hurt people. Don't ruin their lives. Seriously, don't harm people. That's like number one right there, really, is don't harm people. Believe what you want to believe. Just don't harm people. So, yeah. Oh, and I've sinned against the Holy Spirit by talking badly about Jehovah's organization. And by talking badly, I mean by stating known facts about them. So yeah. And yes, apostates are whoever you want them. They want them to be. You don't get to decide if you're an apostate or not, apparently. Even if you don't fit the actual definition by their definition. Ugh, makes no sense. Anyway, I hope everybody's having a good Sunday. I'm just out here chilling at my friend Tim's house, and I had lunch, as you can see. It was good. Just sitting here kind of licking my wounds like, damn, I really wish the video hadn't screwed up. Just because of all the creepy things that they were saying, and just how awkward it was when they brought me a freaking sister. They brought me a sister. Just a random lady. They went and got her from the auditorium and freaking brought her to me to confirm my identity. That was the weirdest crap ever. It's like, yeah. Is this the sister that you're talking about? No. I've never met her. The sister looked like super confused too. She looked at me like, yeah, why are you bringing me to this woman that I don't know that says she knows me? Gosh, I don't know why they did that. I mean, I guess they probably were either A, calling my bluff, or B, trying to make sure they weren't making a huge mistake and booting somebody out that didn't deserve to be booted out. But I mean, if I were an outsider, a newcomer, and had never had any interactions with Jehovah's Witnesses before that, and I had wandered in and they treated me the way that they treated me, I would leave. I would freaking leave. Because that's creepy. And the way that they were acting was like, holy crap. It reminded me a lot of Scientology. It's like, wow. You guys need to chill and stop being so paranoid about, I don't know, who's coming into your public meetings. I mean, if there's nothing bad that you can use to bring reproach on Jehovah's name, if there's nothing bad, then what are you afraid of if somebody comes in and says something, right? Like, what are you afraid of? So what? So an apostate comes in and says some lies, right? Well, these can be easily confirmed or found out on Google, like very simply. Just go on Google, type in what crazy apostate girl said, okay, and find out if there's any proof of what I said, and if it's true, then I guess shit your pants or something. But if it's not true, then you're good. Then what are you afraid of, Jehovah's Witnesses? Come on, man. Can't your religion stand up to a little bit of scrutiny? Just a tiny bit? I mean, if there's a good explanation or something for the stuff that you're hiding, then I'm sure you have one, right? So if anybody comes to you with questions like that, you'll be able to answer them, no problem. It's not going to be an issue. So yeah, why not let somebody just come in and say what they want to say? Is it because I'm a woman? I'm just kidding. Actually, it might a little bit be because I'm a woman. There is something subliminal behind you with that tree. What? Oh, Oh my gosh. Let me see here. Somebody says they see something in the tree that's behind me. I don't see anything. I see a tree. And yeah, they are like Scientology. Mm-hmm. They're growing more and more like Scientology every day, actually. It's kind of disturbing. Oh, I forgot to mention, we didn't leave right away because my friend, he came out after me. Like, he didn't want them to realize, I guess, that we were together. So, because he's kind of scared. That was his old Kingdom Hall, so that's why he was scared. Anyway, so he was in a different parking lot waiting for me, and I walked down the street a ways to go meet him there. They didn't see me get in his car or anything, but like we waited like a good 20-25 minutes or so, and they were still out there, like patrolling the parking lot. It's like, holy shit. So yeah, we were waiting there, and they were still just standing out there, and they really did look like Scientology people, just chilling out front, like watching and making sure I don't come back and start saying something that's true and easily confirmed on Google. You know, because you wouldn't want people knowing the truth, you know, if they're in a cult. I always thought that was funny that they have that question on their website. You know, are we a cult? Are you guys a cult? Yeah. You have to have that question in your frequently asked questions. You're a freaking cult, man. I'm sorry, you just are. I hate to break it to you, but you've been bamboozled. Get out. Adam. Oh, somebody says Adam is behind me, appearing in the tree or something. Oh, Mike and Kim just messaged me and said it's a subliminal DoubleTree in the background. Sweet. I've got a freaking DoubleTree in the yard. That's nice. Let's see here. The free flow of information made them double down on information control via fear and coercion. Yes, it did. I'm betting that the internet is like the worst shit imaginable for them. They're like, oh my god, now everybody can just go online and like look things up and find out that we're full of shit. So yeah, they're probably freaking out a little bit. Like, what are we gonna do? Like, people are gonna look stuff up, you know, regardless. Oops. Bye. Do I see the man? No, I do not see the man. Hi, Nigel. Yeah, having access to information like that so easily, like literally anywhere, anytime, and it's like easily confirmable type stuff. Like, that's enough to shake people's faith, and it's happening a lot. It's happening, I hear, worldwide. Numbers are dropping, so that's good. That's good. I hope that continues. But yeah, to anybody who's watching right now, go do some activism. I mean, you don't have to do what I try to do. Going in the Kingdom Hall, like I've said in other videos, is definitely not for everyone. It's freaking horrible. But yeah, go talk to cart people, or go stand next to cart people and dance until they go away, or stand by cart people and hold up a sign that, you know, has facts, and also, you know, a couple of websites they can visit to confirm this stuff. Hold up, you know, like a big blow up picture of all the kids that they featured on that one watchtower where they were like holding these kids on a pedestal for dying for the blood doctrine. You know, show that picture, and then like explain to people that pass by what the picture is showing. Oh, you're welcome, Jason Zelda. Nice name, by the way. Zelda's an awesome bunch of games. Let me see here. Didn't have smartphones then with easy camera access. Yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, now people are finding out more and more of what's going on behind closed doors. They're finding out what's in literature that they were previously not allowed to have access to. So the witnesses are getting in trouble. So yeah, activism, do it. You can. You can, I promise. Anybody can do any number of things. It doesn't have to be a big thing. It can be like a small thing. Go out and leave flyers. Talk to people about Jehovah's Witnesses, like if it comes up, or if you happen to see them talking to a Jehovah's Witness, or, whatever. Write your story down and publish it as a book. Upload videos about your stories with the Watchtower. These people, those are great forms of activism because people find those things comforting to watch. They relate to them a lot. I mean, I know when I was first really, really waking up, I went on YouTube and I binge watched every ex-Jehovah's Witness thing that it was in existence at the time. So, man, yeah, you gotta try something, whatever works for you, but just do something. Yeah. And if you've done it before, then thank you for doing that, because, I mean, people like you inspire people like me to try and do what I'm doing. I wanted to go in Kingdom Halls and talk about this stuff for years. It's just I've been, I don't know, I guess sort of afraid still, but I'm definitely not now. So definitely trying to get out there and do something. So I hope that these videos are not as cringy as I feel like they are. I know they're cringy, but I hope that they're more helpful than just cringy, because that's what I want. That's another thing, by the way. You can totally start like a support group. Yeah, do that. Start a support group and help each other out. Because, instead of because I know we have a lot of infighting among the ex-Jehovah's Witnesses, between certain activists and all that. Instead of getting involved in that kind of stuff, focus your energy on working together and trying to accomplish something together, because we should be helping each other. Let's stick together, man. Let's do that instead of fighting, instead of arguing over whose method is better or more effective. Just try to be accepting of other people's activism methods, and just focus on your own thing and do what you want to do. Like I was telling you earlier, if you have a problem with the way I'm doing things, then by all means feel free to try it yourself, please. And I'm not saying that in a snarky, bitchy way. I'm saying really, show me how it's done. Yeah, show me how it's done if you've got a better way to do it, because I will be more than happy to listen. I'm not an expert by any means at doing activism. I just did it. One day I was okay, today's the day. I'm going to do it. I've always wanted to do this, so I'm doing it. There was no activism school, no training or anything like that beforehand. The only training I had was talking to Zeb for I don't know, for a few hours on the phone or something. Or I think I only talked to him online right before the first Kingdom Hall. But yeah, that was pretty much my only help. And then some other ex-Jehovah's Witnesses got in contact with me to give me tips and stuff. So yeah, instead of criticizing each other in a not constructive kind of way and fighting against each other and whatever, screw that. Let's work together. Come on. I support all of your activism out there. I support the people that make websites. I support the people that do the videos. I support the people that, like Zeb, who go out and crash Kingdom Halls. I support people who talk to witnesses at carts, who spend their personal time doing all of these things. And yeah, I know Zeb got a job. Yeah, you're answering somebody else. Yeah, Zeb is fine. He's doing okay. He's working right now. He's on the road because he's a trucker, so he's having a good time with that. And yeah, Zeb is the man. Woo! He was supposed to do a Kingdom Hall today, but he ended up not being able to because where he is, he didn't have a ride. So that fell through, unfortunately. So we had 2 failed Kingdom Hall videos this week. But yeah, Zeb is still doing activism though, or at least planning to continue with it. It's just going to be less frequent now because, because he's on the road so much, and it's harder to do what he was doing before, especially in that volume. But he's still going to do stuff, so don't worry, he'll be back. Actually, I'm curious if anybody would be interested to hear his story, because he was thinking about possibly telling his own personal story on YouTube or something. Because a lot of people, they know him for what he does, but they don't know much else about him, right? Like, what his deal is. Like, usually activists will tell a little bit about their background and all that stuff. So, let me know if you think he should tell his story, because if you do, I'll put some pressure on him. I'll tell him, hey Zeb, they really want to hear about your story, so you should probably tell him. He's told me, like I said, we've talked a lot about ex-Jehovah's Witness stuff, activism, and of course, just in general. So, Cedar should interview him. Yeah, I don't see that happening. Only because, and I like Lloyd Evans a lot. And it's funny because he probably wouldn't like what I'm doing, but yeah, that's what I was about to say. I like Lloyd Evans a lot, but Lloyd Evans does not really like people that do aggressive activism like this. He is more of a, do what he does, make videos where you talk to Jehovah's Witnesses or people that are doubting or whatever, make informative type videos, write articles, that kind of thing. He thinks, it's better to kind of do that approach. And he's not really into the people going into Kingdom Halls and yelling out, go to jwfax.com. So I don't know. I mean, I don't think Lloyd has ever openly said, no, I don't like Zeb and I hate him or anything like that. I definitely get the feeling he doesn't agree with Zeb's method or anything like that. So I don't know. Maybe he would interview him. I mean, just because he doesn't agree with his method doesn't mean he wouldn't interview him. He'd have to get a hold of him first, though, because, like I said, he's driving all around the country right now. So from one day to the next, he's in a completely different place. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that Lloyd actually did that Lloyd did a cart video recently. He should have interviewed Mickey Mouse. That's funny. Yeah, that video. I actually talked to Zeb about that video. He said that he would have liked to see Lloyd be more, I don't know, to ask them some of the more serious, tough questions instead of, kind of doing the way that he was, the Socratic method. I don't know. But like I said, I think everybody's methods have value and have a place in ex-Jehovah's Witness activism. So I think he did okay. I mean, it's not like it was meant to be entertainment or anything. So, and I think Zeb tries to make his a little bit, at least kind of entertaining, because, I mean, it's a very cringy thing that he has to do in the first place. So might as well make you kind of laugh or something, or like, like get a little chuckle out of it. Like when he says stuff to them at the carts, or like when he's singing myriads on myriads of, no, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to sing it, but yeah. Or when he tells them to practice safe street crossing when preaching Satan's kingdom. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, Zeb kind of has a different approach. His is a little bit more humorous, a little bit more lighthearted, but still obviously very serious work. And Lloyd is mostly serious with his work. Like, I haven't seen him make too many. I mean, he makes jokes, and like when he's talking about stuff in the JW broadcast stuff, but I mean, it's nothing like the level that Zeb gets to sometimes, like his graphic description of child abuse to the cart people at one time. That wasn't comical. That was just like, holy crap. Like, he really got in there with them. He made them face what they're ignoring, basically. And that's something I don't think that Lloyd is really about. I don't think he likes to really get in people's faces and force them to face things they don't want to hear about. So, yeah, hopefully, Lloyd doesn't hate me or anything. I've actually done a video with him in the past. I did that, what was it, 62 apostates? I don't remember. Oh, gosh, I can't even remember the title. I just can't remember the number. But it was a number and apostates who love Jehovah's Witnesses. Now, really, it should have been that number minus one, because I'm, like I said, not an apostate. So it should have been like 61 apostates and one opposer who loved Jehovah's Witnesses. So yeah, I hope he doesn't hate me for what I'm doing. I don't think he hates me. I just would understand if he doesn't agree with it, and that's fine. I can respect that. I actually like Lloyd. I like his videos. He's a nice guy. From the interactions I've had with him, he's okay. Yeah. His videos are extremely informative. They're very well done. And yeah, they can, I mean, they're kind of long, and I can see how they might put you to sleep if it's stuff you already know, which most of the time it is stuff I already know. But yeah, no, I like him. He's all right. I like all the activists. I like Mike and Kim. I like Lloyd. I like Evie. I like Laura. Valium. He's Valium. Huh? Oh man. Well, maybe I should start watching his videos before I go to bed then, if it's really that bad, because I am having a hard time sleeping lately. But yeah, everybody does their part. Everybody has their place, and I think everybody has the ability to reach like a different type of person. Like maybe I would reach somebody that perhaps he wouldn't. So yeah. And yeah, to answer informant, I was in that video. I was the person. I had 2 lines in there. I think about the blood doctrine, and also about I can't remember what the other one was about. I think they were both about the blood doctrine. Anyway, I was also at the end dancing in front of the Jehovah's Witness cart. That was me. So yes, the one bun, that's me. Yes, I was in his video. So yeah, no, I don't. I didn't have a problem with it or anything. He seemed like a nice guy. He wasn't. It was a decent video. I'm not sure if any Jehovah's Witnesses actually watched it because it says apostates in the title, but he really wanted to use that word. So not my video, not my thing. That's all good. Let him do what he's going to do. If I ever want to make my own video, I'll make my own title however I want to do that. I don't feel like I force JWs to listen to me, but I'm damn sure they're not going to preach to me and call me evil apostate and all that shit like my brother does. Huh. Damn, that sucks. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, my family doesn't talk to me in the first place, where they didn't. I was trying to reconnect with my brother, but he is not happy with what I'm doing, and I mentioned that in another video. I can read his messages to me, basically telling me off. So yeah, he is pretty pissed at me, and he threatened. He's holding over my head the fact that I'm not going to be able to see his child that's about to be born. So that's kind of sucky. Wish he didn't do that. Really wish he didn't do that. It hurts. Oh, so yeah, that was me. Somebody mentioned you did good in front of the Alamo. Thank you. Yeah, that was me. And yeah, I have been around for a while doing this. Not specifically this kind of activism, but I have been around for a while in the community. It's only recently that I've started to do this kind of direct activism. And I'm going to continue that. I need to come up with a new game plan, I guess, for Kingdom Halls. Because they freaking recognize me. seriously, after only 2 Kingdom Halls, they already recognize me. They must be cracking down. Like, I bet if they've actually been watching the videos, they probably know that I'm connected in some way to Zeb. So they're probably thinking that like something's going to happen, like it's going to get bigger than it is currently. And maybe it will. Maybe some of you out there will be inspired and go do something similar or the exact same thing. I mean, either way. Anyway, since I'm here and since I'm live, is there anybody out there who has any questions? Since I'm here and you can ask me directly. Questions, criticisms, hate mail, something. Oh, Bubba Bowie, is that your name? Says, I just recently moved to new state and thinking of doing something like that. Well, go for it. Just make sure you stay within your legal limits and you're good. Like, don't touch them. I wouldn't swear at them. That's probably not the best route to go. And don't break anything. Don't get violent. Don't act scary, and you'll be fine. They can't do anything to you except call the cops and ask them to ask you to leave. And there's no need to stick around for that. You don't have to stick around if they're going to call the cops. Just be like, okay, well, I just wanted to talk to you, but apparently you don't want to talk to me, so, and then just leave. Somebody says, Gary Busselman, ex-JW, shunned his family harder than they shunned him. He declared they were out of his life forever. That's how they were going to treat him. Oh, if that's how they were going to treat him. Yeah, wow. That sucks. Oh, am I single? Yeah. Yeah, I'm single. Single and probably going to stay that way because who wants to date the crazy ex-JW chick who goes and yells in Kingdom Halls? Nobody. Yeah, that sucks about that ex-JW guy that shunned his family. I mean, I understand, I guess, if people don't want their family back in their life after something like that. I can understand that. But me personally, my family, especially if anybody's watching, if my family's watching right now, hi guys, I know you don't like what I'm doing, but just know that the door is always open. You guys can always talk to me. And like, really, call me. I mean, my phone works. I know you have my number. And if not, there's other ways to contact me. Just call me. I miss you guys. Like, I love you guys. This is why I do what I do, is because I love you and miss you so much. Gosh, I don't want you guys to be stuck wasting your life in a cult that's, going to treat you like crap and that treats others like crap and doesn't even protect children and certainly wouldn't protect adult members either. So, yeah, I mean, I love you and I'm not going to shun you. And, the door's always open. I'm here. As long as I'm alive and breathing, I'm here. You can talk to me. In fact, I highly recommend you talk to me while I still am alive and breathing. Like, that's something that really saddens me, is the fact that you guys, my family, and some friends out there that are Jehovah's Witnesses won't talk to me, and may not even until the day I die. Like, I may never hear from you again. It's a sad thought, thinking that the next time my family will probably see me is at my funeral. So, yeah, I love you. Call me. I'm not going anywhere, and I'm not going to stop doing what I'm doing, but I hope that you understand it's not something I'm doing to hurt you, and that this doesn't mean I want you out of my life. I care about you, and I want you in my life. So, anyway, rant to family over. Somebody asked me what is considered family. Well, the people that raised me are my family. I don't necessarily just go by like blood. Family could be somebody that's not blood. As long as they raised you or were a significant part of your life, part of your family unit, then yeah, they're family, I think. I do have new family now, my friends. You know, they say you can't pick your family, but you can pick your friends, and I think I picked some decent ones, so I feel lucky. Um, JW emotional blackmail is more effective than their supposed subliminal message, in my opinion. Subliminal images, in my opinion. JW blackmail, yeah. Anybody have any interesting examples of JW blackmail? I know of people blackmailing elders and stuff so that they can like get away with more crap in the religion. Like they get off with more stuff. They're not, I guess, scrutinized as closely because they have dirt on the elders, basically. So let me see here. He made sure they knew. Oh, let me see here. It just moved. I just moved it. He made sure they knew this, so they would come out, wouldn't come back later wanting him to support them. Okay, that's weird. You always got the ex-JW family. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'm actually really glad to have the ex-JW community. It's been very helpful to me. It's, in some cases, kept me sane, so that's good. Yeah, let me see here. It's hard to find a connection like a marriage mate after being in a high control group. I speak from experience. I've been married for almost 3 years. Well, good. I'm glad you actually found love and you managed to get married, and I hope it's going well for you. And I know that marriage is not easy, even in the best of circumstances, but I'm glad you managed to move past everything to the point where you're able to have a relationship like that, and you were able to get married. So that's awesome. And yeah, it really is hard to have a normal relationship after being in a high control group. Like, not even just getting married, but like, oh my God, dating is, that's something else, man. It's weird, especially if you're still super indoctrinated. You know, I had a friend tell me that one of the first things out of her mouth was similar to one of the first things out of my mouth in the early stages of dating, which is, well, I don't date just to play around. I date for marriage with the intention of marriage. It's like, oh my God. Can you imagine if people just said that like all the time on first dates in the real world? Ooh. It's like, I mean, sure, most people want to get married, I guess, but like, I don't know. There's just something really unsettling about hearing, so I'm only dating you because I want to marry you at some point. It's a little much, like, right away. Anyway, so let's see here. That was a good point, Black Sheep. Yeah, relationships suck after the cult, but they can be great. They can be good. I've heard of people finding their soulmate after leaving the cult, so that's amazing, and I hope that happens for more people than not. Let me see here. Somebody said they're talking about family, and they said, "Hey, so and so died. I know we haven't talked to you in 30 years, but hey, we're family, right? Could you chip in for a few things?" Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, family is only family when they need something, right? I don't think my family is ever going to need anything from me, so I lucked out. They're not going to come knocking on my door for anything ever. They realize Armageddon isn't coming anytime soon and contact the ex-JWs for financial housing and support. Gary made sure that would not happen. Okay, well, see, that's probably why he's shunning his family, because they treat him like crap, use him and stuff. So, I mean, I guess I understand his position on that. Let's see here. As soon JWs will not answer the doors, you have been shunned and disfellowship. Okay. That was a very difficult to read comment. I'm not really sure what you're saying there. but okay, they definitely do shun and disfellowship. Julian Watson did a video on that recently. I'm guessing they're talking about, oh yeah, how family uses you and stuff. Let's see here. When your blood family is trained by Watchtower to lie and indoctrinate a child, that isn't family in my opinion. Yeah, that's true. Blackmail equals shunning. That is emotional blackmail. Ugh, it sucks. God, shunning is the worst. People who do that are, I mean, like, they've got to be really heavily indoctrinated, because that is just the most despicable and sad thing that you could do to your own family. Let's see here. Oh my goodness. Oh, somebody asked what I'm reading from. I'm reading from the chat. I'm reading some of the comments that are in here. And yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to read things out of context. It's really difficult to keep up. There are buttloads of comments. And yeah, hi, Trisha. Let's see. I was married to my dog for 12 wonderful years, my cat for 11. Total devotion. Is that legal where you live? Let me see here. Somehow informant, that's the exact picture of you I had in my head. Somebody's talking to somebody else in the chat. Damn. I've aged, Bubba. Let me see here. She's reading the chat room. Yep, I'm reading the chat room. Where I live in the apartment, I've told everyone that JWs protect child molesters. Well, good. Because they do. Hey, look, it's my brother. James Kalevi. What's up, son? Consider myself shunned. Yeah. Yeah, see, Joey, that's my brother. He's like my only normal sibling besides, I guess, Josh and Brandon. And Brandon's my only other atheist sibling. So yeah, that's fun. Joey's awesome though. Good brother. Yay. Hope I get to hang out with him soon. Let's see what we got here. Joey said, well, this is going to take a while for her to see. The One Bun, what's your real name? I love your activism. Do you ever approach the JWs in the street? Yep, she is way behind. Hey, I'm not that behind. Yeah, my real name is Amanda. That's my name. Yeah, it's funny. People think I should be like afraid of telling Jehovah's Witnesses my name, but I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of them knowing me. In fact, I ask them if they know relatives of mine when I go hit a Kingdom Hall. So let's see here. There is a difference when a grown ex-JW chooses not to associate with the parent that abused them. That isn't shunning. That's protecting yourself. Exactly right. That is right. There is a difference. That's more like when you have to cut out a toxic family member for your own sake, for the sake of your own sanity and mental health. So, yeah, I agree. Completely different from shunning. Oh, somebody asked me what state that I'm in. I am in Texas. Texas is a hot-ass state. Oh, that reminds me. 6:55. Oh, it's not that late. It is 6:55 right now. It's late, but the sun's not down yet because it's summer. So the sun will probably go down after 8 o'clock or something, which is totally weird. Anyway, but yeah, I think I need a nap. How about you guys? Alberta is the Texas of Canada. Huh. Well, that's interesting. Well, it looks like my computer is about to die, so that's good. And I'm guessing that's like the internet's way of telling me I should go inside and take a nap or something. Oh yeah, it gives me more credibility using my real name. Yeah, I guess so. I try not to say anything that isn't true unless I have to. But yeah, I tell them my name. I'm not afraid. All right. Okay. All right, guys, I'm going to have to wrap it up. And, 100 degrees in San Antonio. I'm in San Antonio. So it's 100 degrees here right now. Yeah. So, oh, if you're in San Antonio, hit me up and we can go do some activism together. Maybe we'll like go and hit a Kingdom Hall or something. Oh boy. All right. Well, anyway, I would love to talk to you guys some more, but like I said, computer is dying, unfortunately. I will probably be back on later on tonight just to chat more with people and kind of touch base with the people that are watching me and see if I can't encourage some of you people to go out there and do some stuff. Maybe there's some stuff you want to know about me or some tips that you think that I could give you. I don't know. I'm trying to help everybody else. But anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. And if I didn't get to say hi to you or something this time, I apologize. I tried to read all the comments, or at least the ones that were directed at me. And I'll see you guys later. So take care and take it easy, and don't be afraid of them. There's nothing to be afraid of. Anyway, we'll talk to you later. Bye.